experience. They saw Mike Shanahan, a guy they revere, at Kyle's case, his father, not only getting gloriously fired and, amid turmoil and dysfunction, but that was it. And still isn't in the Hall of Fame, which I hope this book will make the case should be rectified. But, all of a sudden now Kyle's in Cleveland. Talk about going from one dysfunctional place to another. Fought his way out of there after a year, but then even after a year in Atlanta under Dan Quinn, there was legitimate talk that he might be fired by Dan Quinn. They end up having this summit meeting with Dan Quinn, Matt LaFleur, who was the quarterback coach, Matt Ryan, and Kyle Shanahan over in Southern California at the home of Tom House, the quarterback guru who Matt Ryan was working with, described in the book as kumbaya sessions or marriage counseling. And they had to really air some things out and try to get to a point where they could work together. And then in 2016, they made beautiful music together. And it's interesting because Dan Quinn, who now I think is top of the NFC East, it's not to trigger people, but there's always been this talk that Kyle Shanahan blew that Super Bowl, but Dan Quinn was the head coach and the guy who should have been green-lighting those calls. So I know a lot of offensive coordinators over the years who've been really, really aggressive and wanted to go after it, and their head coaches have been like, "Nah, man, we're gonna play conservative." And in fact, you can ask Brian Schottenheimer about some of his experiences recently before he came to the Cowboys, right? So that's on the head coach to be. And Dan, it's not that Dan didn't own it. It's just that America kind of decided, well, that was Kyle Shanahan's fault. I don't know if Dan Quinn jumped up and down on the table to diffuse that, and then all of a sudden Kyle was in San Francisco and Sean McVay was in LA, and then we get into that's where a lot of the pettiness and rivalry in this book picks up, and we have a lot of fun.
Shanahan, McVay, McDaniel, LaFleur, Raheem Morris. Which one of these guys do you want to go out and have a night of fun with the most?
I can actually answer this because I have in all cases. They can all be fun. McDaniel, doesn't drink anymore because he had too much fun. But amazingly, I still might say McDaniel. Probably him or Raheem, but really they're all. Sean will party all night and remember every word somehow. Kyle, I think, is fully committed to the fun when he decides to have fun. Raheem is just unbelievably funny. We know McDaniel's funny, right? But that drives us to the Raheem has this incredible delivery and ability to disarm people, and to the point where his personality is so good that he can kind of say brutal things to people and get away with it because he's so likable. I guarantee in that locker room he could dress down Kirk Cousins or tell someone they're screwing up, but in a way that makes it palatable just because of who he is. And then LaFleur's kind of sensitive. It's funny, he's obviously gotten hardened, but in the book there's this scene in the Redskin days where Chris Cooley, their star tight end, decides on a flight, I'm going to play a prank. So he passes out pencils and paper to every player on the plane and says, we're doing a poll. We're going to rank the assistant coaches in terms of who we like the most. And, of course, it's a fake poll, but he goes through all the motions. But then he announces the results, and he announces that LaFleur is the second least popular assistant coach. And word is that his eyes welled up with tears. He was so bummed out that he was hated that much by his players. Wasn't actually true, but Cooley's prank definitely landed.
Michael, thank you so much for the time. Congratulations on the book. The Why is Everything will be released nationally on Tuesday, October 1st, and it can be pre-ordered now wherever books are sold. Thank you, man. Enjoy the season.
Thanks, man. And if I haven't blocked people on social media, they can find those pre-order links all over my bio.
Are you a big blocker? Okay. Are you a big blocker?
Oh, yeah. Hey, guys, Blocktober's coming up.
Blocktober. All right, who is the big name that has blocked you?
Wow. There's so many guys. The big name has blocked me. That's a great. I wonder if Pat McAfee blocked me. We have a big feud going on. It started when I made fun of punters or him for being a punter. And I'm just going to own this right now because I'm on the show with you guys. I've been accused of not respecting punters. That's not true. I absolutely respect punters. I just respect them way, way, way less than the other 52 on the roster. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Michael. We appreciate it. Michael Silver on the D&M Leasing Hotline. Crosstalk with the KNC Masterpieces next.
Let's get you over to Platinum Ford in Terrell. This is, of course, Stephen Gilchrist, Own Store, Gilchrist Automotive, hooking you with that brand new Ford car, truck, SUV, PlatinumFord.com, right between I-20 and Highway 80 in Terrell. It is worth the short drive to Terrell. To save a lot more on that brand new vehicle, you can go see Adam Vinci, the GM at Platinum Ford. I'm a proud Platinum customer. It's a great store. They are going to hook you up with that brand new vehicle. And again, you can get into a Ford F-150 and the largest selection of Super Duties in the state. That F-150 XLT, dude, check out this deal. You save over $9,500 off MSRP, get 3.9% APR for 60 months or $798 a month with the Flex Buy. It's yours for $55,000. The Ford Super Duty F-250 Lariat, you're going to save over $10,000 off MSRP. It's yours for just over $77,500. Maybe you're looking for a Ford Bronco Sport Big Ben. You can save over $7,400 and 5.9% for 60 months. That sale price is yours for just $26,500. Fantastic offers. PlatinumFord.com to customize it. Or drive a little further to save a lot more. Platinum Ford.
Coming up in the next G-Bag Nation, it's a game day Thursday, 2-hour show. Nation starts at 2, Cowboys pregame at 4 here on 105.3 The Fan.
I'm Ryan Horvath here to help you beat the books with BetQL. Is it time to buy back in on the Cowboys? Dallas has dropped 2 straight games, but things could get better for them as they take on the New York Football Giants. The Cowboys have won 6 straight games against the G-Men, and they're 5.5-point favorites, which is a 3-star BetQL best bet. I'm Ryan Horvath, bet smarter and beat the books. Download the BetQL and BetMGM apps today.
Hey, for
Paramount Plus is once again your home to stream the NFL on CBS. Follow all the action and stream your live local NFL on CBS game every Sunday, all the way through the AFC Championship. Sign up, sign in, and start streaming Paramount Plus today.
You are never too old for a family. The Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption is dedicated to finding forever families for children who have been waiting in foster care the longest. Learn more at davethomasfoundation.org.
Good morning, Doctor. Doctor? Hi, Doctor. Doctor?
Dr. Jackson's practice is growing.
What do you mean we're still short-staffed?
He needs a good patient doctor.
How do we not have enough doctors to
delicious.
talk to all these patients?
And he doesn't have the patience to sift through hundreds of resumes.
some electrolytes.
Indeed you do.
Well,
When you
they
sponsor a
did
job on
study here
Indeed,
for a couple
it's easier
hours.
for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Something amazing is happening in education. Students are inspired and engaged. That's because school districts consulted with CDW, who designed modern classroom solutions with pre-configured HP devices, making learning more accessible, secure, and immersive. Now when students study topics like elephants, it feels like elephants are there with them. HP and CDW make amazing happen. Learn more at cdw.com/HPPSG.
Breeze. As a rideshare driver, I love keeping my car smelling fresh and clean. So when I'm driving, I only trust new Febreze car paint clips. Now with 3 times greater scent control, because it's that little touch that sets me apart. I can turn the intensity down for subtle freshness, or I can turn it up for when I want lots of scent. So whether it's set to low, medium, or high, with new Febreze car
Hey, please hit that subscribe button so when I come back on, you'll know when that I'm on. Back on.
Hi, welcome to Whataburger. Would you like to try the breakfast burger today?
No, I just like a sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit.
I'm sorry?
A sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit.
Sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit?
Yes.
Okay, what else can I get for you today?
That's it.
Alright, any ketchup or pate for it?
No.
Alright, it'll be $4.32. Yeah, our outcome is ready to get to the window. Thank you.
Thank you.
Copyright 2024 Bank of America.
Meet Cheryl. Hey, she's on vacation and lost in the moment. Unfortunately, so is her Chase debit card. It's gotta be somewhere. Maybe she lost it at
It's like I know that's
Search in her pockets. Or maybe she lost it at Pilates.
Move.
3 and 2 and...
But she's not worried. With the Chase mobile app, she can lock her card till it turns up. Tools that help protect. One bank that puts you in control. Visit chase.com/checking. Chase.
I just had a conversation with someone earlier. So are you willing to do something for 20 years? Like you're doing this hobby or you're doing this thing, right? If you're not willing to do this for 20 years, you might want to find a skill. Actually get an actual skill. So I was in the music industry for like 20 years, but for me it wasn't a skill. It was just somebody learn how to communicate with people. It's not what, you know, it's all about who you know in that industry. But again, what I'm doing now is studying for the LSAT, which is Law School Admission Test. So I got bit with that bug in 2003 when I was an undergrad. Employment law, business law 1 and 2. But I couldn't go at that point because I was in the military full time. So that would be very difficult just to prepare for this exam. And so I'm having to, so I might not be able to go this cycle, but my goal is to get into school, into that, not no particular school, but score high enough on this exam where I can get a scholarship. So that's my ultimate goal. So if I can't go to school this cycle, hopefully it will happen eventually once I understand the concepts good enough.
Inviting you to be part of Odyssey's mental health initiative, I'm Listening. As a dedicated mental health advocate, it is my great honor to again be hosting this awesome 2-hour special.
I want to cut my nose and forgot.
Dr. Alfie and Katie Neal as we engage in this very meaningful conversation.
This is Kevin Hagelin, and I care immensely about having...
So that's why I'm at the library so much, because I'm studying for the LSAT, which is in November. And I'm excited I finally can go do what I worried about, how I'm going to pay for it, or I'm going to survive while I'm in school. Because all that's been taken care of already. You know, effort and hard work I've done prior to. I'm going to go to Walgreens to get freaking clippers. I can't stand this. Oh, she just didn't have my bread out already. I'm not even cash. How you doing, guys?
Thank you.
Video yesterday. It's in the streets of 25, right? I just thought it was the streets.
Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
Thank you, ma'am. My nuts on me is up. I want no potatoes. I don't put the 10. I got 15 minutes.
Oh, it's a dump, but there's not a bad. Like I didn't find there to be a bad seat. I know it's like
I think it's another end down there.
I didn't really find that. My biggest issue was freezing at the game. Like it's literally freezing. But he said the atmosphere was great until about like the 7th day, and everybody got really weird and aggressive. The alcohol was turned off at that point, and then they were all drunk. And they were like, "We want more alcohol." We can't get it. Also, Cody Casillas joins the 12th.
All right, we need you guys' help. We need you to lend us your audio here. Tell us what you heard in RJ Choppy's commercial read right after we had a Diddy update.
I said a Diddy update. Damn, Sean Combs. Boy, you screwed the pooch with this one. Man, how could you be so stupid, bro? How could you be so stupid?
Sounds like Bobby is whispering.
Wow.
Or something like that.
No, Choppy said origin.
Like, he should have took that engine and put it in a whole other area, bro. He got these people involved. He's like, man, put this whole chain down. Oh, they was all in the investigation, didn't even know.
And I heard Sean go,
It's crazy.
and I was like, did
I hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it.
He played it for me. I was like, oh.
I don't communicate this morning. It's started in Pakistan,
You would hear that, but there's
Somalia,
clearly
Kenya,
again, please. But I can see
Europe.
you here. Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, or Jeep.
Fingers, man, I can't stand my.
Because he said Jeep, I'm gonna get a damn for yourself. That's all I got taken off the Michael Irvin show right there. That's all I got taken off the Michael Irvin show. Michael didn't like like the way I did a commercial. I said, well, you come here and do it. It was a sports interruption. I said, you come here and do it yourself. And I had already won. Actually, I had already had my night show with Grego.